Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you guys are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Bill 7, always jumping on, letting people know to scalp that like button. Appreciate it, brother. Hugh, good morning. Good luck today. Yes, I don't like to use the term good luck. I'll say, good, what's it? Good calculating your probabilities day today. I know what you're saying, so appreciate it. I understand. Indy, good morning. Fsan, good morning. Lawrence, good morning. Denise, good morning. Jorge, good morning. Denise, good morning. Avatar, good morning. Dante Matthews, good morning. SW Blaze with the Panda badge. Appreciate the support, Pandas. Samanth, good morning. Roel, good morning. Welcome, everybody. Drop a GM in the chat if you haven't already. Make sure you scalp that like button. We got 2 more days left when it comes to BBM 90. Make sure you take a full advantage of it. And we are rocking and rolling. If you guys saw this Big Mama in the overnight session, I hope you guys were able to take it. This Big Mama was successful for a nice scalp, even a swing trade, a full swing trade. So however you manage it, hopefully you'll be able to take advantage of that Big Mama. The Big Mama basically triggered only 4 points away from the close, and we'll go over that in a second. Kid Poker, good morning. Howard, good morning. A lot of people are probably wondering, like, when do you take Big Mamas? Do you just take any break of the previous day's range? You can almost consider any break of previous day's range. You can almost consider almost any of them. And and it really depends on the price action. But I think, there are some times I've skipped Big Mamas because I saw the price action on the daily chart and I didn't like it. And you can see that from a mile away almost. So, but for the most time, almost every single break of previous day's range is successful for at least 2 points. So that's kind of what we're looking for here. But some have higher probabilities than others. Some of them are, you look for more than a scalp on others. It really depends on the setup. Right now, essentially, people are always in long on the daily chart. Remember when you asked us what kind of indicator we'd like? I'd like an ATM that automatically sets your price targets to 1-to-1. Is that possible? I think that is possible. I'm just, but it's taking me a second to think about it in my head. How I would, I guess in a sense you have to, I guess, yeah. Actually, I'm thinking of a way. I think I can do it. I immediately thought of an issue where, if you move the target, your price target, what takes priority, the price target or the stop loss? Like if I move the stop loss, is the price target going to move, or if I move the price target, is the stop loss going to move? And I just thought like, how would I get around that issue to know which one moves? And I think it's possible. It's possible. That one may take a little bit of time, actually, thinking about that, because then you have issues like like multiple price targets, multiple entries. You know what? It's an interesting one. I will have to think about it. I'll think about that. Yeah, I have to think about it. I don't think I've ever made a strategy that manipulates the orders after they're created. I'm trying to think, how do you reference those orders? I'm sure there's an API for it, but yeah, just top of my head, I haven't done it before, so gotta think about it. Because I pay you good money if you hook that up for me. Oh, okay. I mean, if you're talking about money, if money's involved now. How about you email support@tweleggedpullback.com, and we'll have it all kind of all in one spot. Charles Wilson, good morning. Hardo says, hey Panda, bought the two-legged pullback, and you're just waiting for my license to come through. Good morning, everybody. Make sure you scalp that like button. Make sure you guys drop a GM in the chat, your location as well. Give me your location and say, drop your location and say land of the. I'd love to see how you guys like summarize in like one sentence what your location is known for. Kamal asks, anyone having issues with Apex? I'm doing okay. Market's about to open in 5 minutes. Let me go over the pre-market stuff. Good morning, everybody. Kyle Lubers, good morning. Richard, good morning. Corsi, good morning from Algeria. All right, Algeria, that's right. That was Morocco. Of course, I have not forgotten about you. I need to do research in which prop firms I think. The problem is like I don't like to recommend a prop firm unless like I personally have tried it and I like it. I want to see how the customer support is and have some experience, and that's what I did with Apex. Before I like recommend, I did a lot of research. There are a lot out there. There are like Lilu's, Top Step, and Earn to Trade. There were a couple out there that were good contenders, but I ultimately landed in Apex after tons of research, trying it for myself, and seeing how things are. So it might take me some time to look it up. Of course, he says, "Oh, bull notes." Okay, I'll take a look at bull notes. If you're already using bull notes, then of course, if they had 80% for life, bought 2,000. Okay, awesome, great. So you're taken care of. That's good. Passes eval yesterday. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. See you, Milan. Good morning. Roberto from Chile. So let's go ahead and look at the daily chart. I don't know if you guys remember, but I mentioned strong bull bar ending near its high, pause bar, and I said we'll need some continuation. And if we create an inside bar, whichever side of the inside, so we created an inside bar yesterday, whichever side of the inside bar we break out of is the direction we're going to go. So I said if we had an inside bar but we break to the downside, no more follow through, we'd probably come back down to the 20 EMA. But if we break to the upside, we'll continue this uptrend. We have continuation now of the strong bull bar, and a lot of people are always in long, perhaps looking for a measured move here now of this bull bar. And that's kind of the risk they're willing to take. And so people are now, going long here, and we're just on this trend line, going to the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator, as you can see, and we are just about 5 or like 10 points away to the top, and yeah, eventually this blue line up here, I think we will want to get there to fill this gap sooner or later. Caliber says, seems pretty high now. Thoughts on having a leveling day or downtrend? I won't say we will until we hit some sort of resistance. If we hit a resistance, then perhaps we'll have a pullback. But we're kind of like a magnet, and we might go straight up to it. So you might seem like it's sort of high, but if you look at the price action, we are basically near, this area of resistance. So we can continue up to it, and if we tap it, then maybe we may bounce off it. But as things see now, like, I don't think we're that high. We're maybe near the top of a trading range, but we could essentially we can break out of it. We could break out of it because this could just be the beginning. We could break out of this trading range, retest it, pullback retest, and continue the move up. So anything can really happen. I really just with the market, it's just hard to tell. So I'm bullish right now, and I think I'm gonna be bullish today for most of the day. I'm thinking bullish. Ooh, second entry long on a 10,000 tick chart. Just one of the beautiful ones. A, B, C coming right off the 20 MA, and this is an overnight session. And if you're to capture some of that, the risk is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.25 points. So a little more than 6 point risk, and you could easily made 2 times your risk reward here. But that's also, you must be trading like around 3 a.m. Eastern time. So yeah. All right. I think we have bull trend day today, if I were to guess, and mainly because the daily chart looks bullish. It looks bullish, and as long as we're respecting this trend line, I will say we are going to be bullish. We're bouncing off of it, many touches off of it, many reactions off of it, and we're still riding up on it. So I have no reason to think short until otherwise. Dante says, how much do I think the gap maybe play? It's hard to say. I think nowadays the gaps have not necessarily been filled so easily. I've seen some days that the gap was completely ignored, such as a couple of days ago. Oh, sorry. This is a 5-minute. I gotta look at the 5-minute chart. There's a gap here that was completely ignored. There was a gap and just went up. So we have a gap. Ooh, market just opened. We have a huge gap here. Will we try to fill it? I don't know. It just looks quite wild. It feels like it should fill. Maybe have a trap trade here, but tough to say this is the place you really want to reverse. Peter Cho, good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back. GC Burke, good morning. Ralph Gruns, good morning. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining, everybody. Let's get that bamboo today. So we may fill that gap. It looks like we may. I mean, it depends on this candle. If it's like a strong bear candle, bear bar, then we may try to fill the gap here. Eventually, it's going to touch the 20 MA sooner or later. Dante asks, what is a 5-minute? I use the regular trading hours, so it's probably near the bottom. I think like U.S. equity, and then it's like let me check. U.S. equities, RTH. We do got a trap trade here. It's a little far away from 20 May, so I'm gonna skip it, and we're going to just let it go without us if it does go. It's just a little too far away. I'll be breaking some rules if I were to enter this short here. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather see like a second entry short here. If I'm really thinking short, I want to wait for a second entry short. This trap is too far away from 20 minutes. If it happened around this area, I would have loved that. I would have loved if it looked like this. A, B, C, second entry long fails. This is where I would have liked it. Near the 20 MA, where the 20 MA is now, I think it's resistance. We break beneath it in the resistance. Here it's a little too low. It's a little too far away from 20 MA. So I'm skipping it. And I'm glad I skipped it because now we have a reversal here. Not saying it can't work, but I never like to see a reversal in any of my trades. And that's exactly what we see. Dante Matthews, no problem. There's no problem, sir. We are rocking and rolling. That's the reason why we have this community. Help each other out. Not only help each other out, but have people to trade with. To know that we're not alone in this journey for futures. Becoming profitable is the journey, is the goal. The journey getting there is a journey full of pain, suffering, and joy. The peaks are high, but the valleys are very low. Let's go, baby. All right, so we're gonna try to get back to the 20 MA. Looks like, or not. It's pushing down again, so it's getting a little sideways here. I would like a second entry short. How about that? That's what I'll be looking for here, and I want to be coming off a resistance. That's the main thing here. I'm trying to come off a resistance area, and right now there is none. Even though the setup's there, we need it to be near some sort of support or resistance. Ooh, second entry short. Micro double top instead. Give me that second entry short. I need another pullback here. Two-legged pullback. Pandas. Give me a 1 if you're going to take this trade. Give me a 2 if you're going to skip it. Actually, Pandas, let me be too late here. I asked that because it might be too late. Put the pull up. I'm trying as fast as I can. Alright, here's a pull. Are you going to take the second entry short? It's still not close to that resistance area. It's still in the middle of this chop. Like, and it's a doji bar. 2 dojis in a row. Okay. I actually like it going up a little bit now. I wanted to get closer to 20 MA and then reversing. Yes. Okay. That's what I want to see. That's what I'd rather see. Second entry short here. Let's get it, Pandas. That's not good. That's... Oh, wait. I'm not in this trade. Ooh. Can I get a retracement? Give me that retracement. I'm in a retracement here. It's a 2-point risk here. Little disappointing right off the bat. But I got a retracement here, so my risk is not too large, and I don't mind it. This is my trap here. It's super frustrating. It does come off the 20 MA, which is what I liked. This is what I was waiting for, and I was waiting patiently for it. And now it's looking very scary. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see your entry bar being a bull bar, being the opposite where you want to go. That is not good. It's a very scary place to be. That's not what you want to see. I would hate for my first trade to be a loser, but I take the second entry short here, coming off the 20 MA and on the downtrend. I don't mind it. It's not the worst trade I can think of. Maybe not the best trade either. It does reverse here. I should come out break even, to be honest. I might have missed the boat there. I should have came out break even. I'm gonna come out break even here because we reversed here. I don't like any reversal ever. I'm coming out break even here. I don't like it when it reverses, even though this lower high might be a better setup actually though. I'll take the lower high here, but I'm gonna come out break even just in case this reverses violently. But I will attempt it again because I like the lower high here and a failed reversal. It's getting quite choppy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bars overlapping. But we have a breaker trend looking for a new low. And that's what we're looking for here, that new low. And a failed trap also, right? Failed trap here and also a lower high, second entry short. Okay, I'm in this trade now. I like this setup better. I like this entry, lower high entry better. So I'm a little more confident here. The risk is a little bit bigger, maybe half more point risk, but I like the setup better. I think it's a higher probability trade. Because we reversed, I wanted to come out break even, but I like my premise still, so I'm going to come in with another attempt here. You could also completely skip all of this altogether because of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 overlapping bars in a row. That might be enough for you just to stay away from this at all, but I like the fact that we're still underneath the 20 MA. 20 MA looks like resistance here, pointing downwards, and a lower high setup, and a failed trap or failed reversal. So I don't mind taking this trade. I don't mind losing it either because I like the things going for it, but we could just be going too sideways, which a lot of people would skip on that alone. Reverses again. I will have to come up break even again because I hate when my trades reverse. Actually, I'm gonna swing this. I'm gonna swing this. If it does come back, I'm gonna swing it because now we have an L4 setup. We're looking for a 1-to-1 risk reward. I doubt I'm gonna get it now. Most likely will get stopped out, unfortunately. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. As long as the outcome is income. Just tricky price action right now. That's very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. This got too choppy. At the end, it's just too much chop. Should have stayed away from it. Also, trading range indicator did tell us that we're at the bottom of a trading range perhaps. It's just very, very odd to see price action that has a big move like this and no retest of the low. We want to retest here, and so these are several attempts, especially bouncing off. So I mean, also a failed trap. So I had a lot of things going for you, or for me at least, I thought. And it is what it is. Ended up just getting too choppy. Man, I may try this again on the L4 setup. I may attempt it again here. Do not copy my trades unless you want to lose money. I'm trying to lose money here. So this is my attempt to lose money. Do not copy my trades. I'm going to try one more time here on the L4. Seeing if the L4 is going to give us a nice move. We're above the 20 MA slightly. But I like the L4 here, and I still think we need to make a new low. So I'm going to attempt it here. Do not copy my trades. In this trade as well, I might get a double loss here. It's all good. Risk is very small. L4 setup. Still looking for a new low here. It looks like it might stop me out again, but it's L4 now. As you can see, we're in a trading range. And I want to trade this trading range, small trading range here, and trying to come back into the trading range with a failed breakout. That's what was the idea behind this trade. And with an L4 setup with 4 pushes up, now we have L4, and yeah, it looks like it's going to stop me out again. It's all good. I still like my premise. That's why I wanted to take another stab at it. And, you know, we skunked the first one. The second one we lost. And the third one we may lose again here. Yeah, it looks like most likely we're going to lose. It's all good. Very small risk, and you know I'm okay with that. Very small risk here. Unfortunate. Price action is pretty terrible, and it might be the L5 that works out for you eventually. But like I said, do not copy my trades unless you want to lose money. I was trying to lose money there, so I'm accomplishing my goal at this point. Jeez. I hate the market. Failed breakout of the this trading range, thinking you might have another attempt to come back into it, and it is what it is. So now I'm gonna sit on my pause. Once I lose 3 times in a row, I most likely will stop trading. That's kind of my limit. I know I'm down 1,000 right now, but that's because I'm trading 5 contracts, and 2 losses is gonna, you know, that's not too bad for 2 losses, $1,000. The reason being is because usually 1 loss I would lose $1,000. So the risk was very small on both those trades, and I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I thought they were worth it, the attempts here. Oh, here are the haters. Here are the trolls. Never coming out. Never coming out when I'm successful. Only coming out when I attempt to make a couple trades and lose a couple. I like the setups. I still think they're good. It's probabilities here. 4 pushes up, L4 setup. Just a very awkward looking price action here. Maybe I should have. I don't know. Maybe an undershoot. Maybe I should have considered this as an undershoot. I don't know. Maybe undershoot here. It's what I was missing in my analysis. Didn't think we could reverse. I was thinking we have one more push down here before we really reverse here. But looks like we're going to reverse after this extreme chop about one, you know. How many bars is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 and maybe 14 if you want to consider this one. The L4 might fail, but now the L5 may be successful, which is unfortunate because it's like now I'm out of the trade. But I'm not going to attempt it again. After the L4, I don't really attempt it. Super teeny risk. Trap. I didn't mind these trades. The risk was, it's not even 2-point risk, not even a 1-to-1. It's unfortunate. I wanted it on the L4, but the L5 is the one that looks like it's going to reverse this. It is what it is. At the end, I hope it keeps going up, so I'm just glad I'm like not in these trades. But also, I have a feeling, you know, we still want to. The price action's not done here. I feel like we want to retest this low, and then make a trade. But we'll see. It was nice that I skipped this one, and I was like, all right, I still like my premise that we're going down. And okay, good thing I didn't go in. You know, this is why after the L4 I stopped trying, because this could happen. Okay, just watching. No setup for me. All right, another push up here. It's no setups. We just gotta watch this go without us. This price action is raunchy. Top of the trading range indicator. Jeez.
$10,000 tick trap.
Woo! What a move, what a move. Getting to the top of the trading range on the trading range indicator. Where's my setup? What am I looking for here? It's hard to say. Am I looking for a second entry long? Am I looking for a second entry long here? That is a question. Big push down. No setups though. No setups for it. Coming back to the bottom of the trading range. It's going completely sideways right now. This guy is flooding the chat. He needs to chill out. This guy has no social awareness whatsoever. Must be hard making friends for this guy. For someone who doesn't care about what people think, he's sure chatting a lot to get people to like what he says.
$10,000 tick trap.
He's just flooding it. It's just too much. I don't mind if like people say, "Oh, I'm doing well," or criticizing my trades, whatever. But if you're flooding the chat, that's just it ruins it for everybody. We got no setups here, Pandas. We are trying to find a setup. Thing about you know, this stream is I could trade levels. I I could trade based on some sort of intuitions or whatnot. But the whole point of the channel is to have one single setup, trading one single instrument. So we can see if we can just master this one thing, and from there we move on. You get me? Of course, everyone can trade however they want to trade on their own, but for me, as I trade this stream, I'm only trying to do one thing here, and you know, so just no setups for that. And that's the value of the stream. You know, you can't do everything. If I just start doing whatever I wanted, then it's just the whole idea of the stream would just be pointless. It's completely sideways. I still want to go short. I still think we need to make a new low here. Just happens in a way where it wants to retest the top of the trading range first. But still no setups. So what can you do? You can only take what the market gives you. The market gave us a couple duds here, unfortunately. Now we're moving down. Made that new low. So we finally retested it after kind of solid push up. I was just a little too early. My premise was ultimately correct. It's just too early. And the correct premise with wrong timing is a bad trade. It's just unfortunate. I mean, you gotta take the setups that you think, you know, go along with your premise. And ultimately, finally, we made that new low. Now we're bouncing off the 20 EMA on the 10,000 tick chart. We can find ourselves having some support here. Really hard to say though. It's a funky looking price action, but you can see this as perhaps a ABC pattern. It's not technically that. You can see inside here we had a whole two-leggy ABC. So it's one leg down, two-legged pullback, another leg down, making that new low essentially. Do I want to go long here is a question. It's hard to say. It really is hard to say. It looks like a little bearish, but no setups, so what can you do? I personally won't go short because we have a break of trend to new low.
10,000 tick trap.
So I'll probably look for a long trade here if we can get it. Lee S, do you feel like the big boys see these setups and destroy us? I personally don't think so. Because they don't even know exist. Second off, you know, especially if you're trading Apex, you know, they don't even see these orders. They won't see them. I don't think so. I think eventually what happens is that I think what the big institutions do is they just trade levels. I think I saw an interview, I forget where it was, but they basically just trade levels. And so it feels like they're just trying to trade against you, but they're just so committed to their levels and scaling in that, you know, they have like basically infinite money. So they can scale in, you know, if you can scale in 100 times, you know, because you have so much margin, then it's just like sooner or later you kind of make money. But you know, of course they'll manage the risk however they want, but with that much margin, you know, you can get away with a lot. You can get away with a lot. But ultimately, I think they just trade levels, and so it feels like they're trying to trade against you. Like, why in the world is this reversing here, just breaking out? Why doesn't it keep going up? Why is it reverse here? Well, they're just trading their levels, and they're basically, you know, have this general idea of where they want to sell. And so, like, oh, we're at a place where I want to sell, so we're just going to sell basically anywhere here. Plus, they also cannot execute their trades all at once. So they'll maybe sell some here, sell some here, sell some here. They'll continue to sell until finally, you know, they reach their profit targets. Get a strong move down now. May fill that gap on the 5-minute chart. This is what I said. It does look bearish, but it's hard to go short when you have a breaker trend new low. So premise was ultimately right. You know, we wanted to go low here or down. It's just no setup to it. Still no setups, unfortunately. Very frustrating. At this point, this is very hard to even chart. You know, you're thinking undershoot. Strong bear bar ending on its low on the 10,000 tick chart. May fill the gap on the 5-minute. And also we retest 20 EMA. GC Berg says the market sells off almost every morning, almost reverses later. I don't know if that's true. I would say there's a 50% chance that there will be a reversal though. Like let's say like there's a strong move in one direction. Either way, usually a 50-50 chance that it'll reverse. Second entry short coming off our trend line. Strong bear move. Signal bar is not the best. Oh, it's decent. I'll take it. Risk is not that large. Decent move down. We are far away from 20 MA, but we are off our trend line. So I'm going to play off our trend line here. Also looking for follow through on the 10,000 tick chart. Strong bear bar, looking for some follow through. It looks like it might trap me here though. It does trigger and kind of pushes strongly and then reverses, but again the risk is very small, 2 points. I'm off my trend line here on a downtrend, so I'm gonna try to play this second to short here with a decent signal bar. If it reverses here, I gotta come out break even. That's the rule. If it does reverse, most likely it will stop me out, to be honest. Again, the risk is so small. It's only 2 points. It's a 1-to-1 risk reward. Don't mind taking this. We're on our trend line here. It's not looking so pretty. It's starting to look like it's going sideways and having a tough time breaking this low here. Okay, another push down. Gives me more confidence this may work out. Just waiting. It looks good. It looks like it wants to fill me. This is exactly what we want to see. Let's go, baby. Easy peasy money. Let's go, baby. Made up a little bit of the losses we incurred earlier on. Have a small runner here. 5-minute chart. I would like the gap to fill. Let's get to the 20 EMA here. Nice push down. We're going to try to fill that gap. Whoa, 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 whoa. You saw that like move up and down. It's because on the 5-minute chart, I've attached it to the 20 EMA with one tick. One tick offset. So I'm thinking it's going to test the 20 EMA, and I just want to secure that. So again, the other reason why I felt confident in that trade was because 10,000 tick chart showed a strong bear bar. Most likely there'll be follow through. There was a pause bar and the follow through. So that's what I, felt confident we can enter that trade, as well as we had this trend line, and I'll just use the trend line. Quite a strong move down. Two ticks away from filling me. Let's go, baby. Easy money. Got that runner. Got some bamboo. We're still down 458, but since I'm trading 5 contracts, that's only 1 scalp. Hopefully we can get 1 more scalp in today, but we'll see if we get it. I could have managed that runner a little bit better, but I just felt like, I want to get that bamboo. I want to secure my funds. Stick to the plan. Things will work out for you. Again, 10,000 tick chart. Strong bear bar. You're thinking follow through. Possible measure move. And that's kind of what we're trying to attempt here. Measure move from this strong bear bar. Follow through. Fill that gap on the 5-minute chart. And touch the 20 EMA. Are we going to go up from here? I don't know. I would say I would wait, because this bear trend is pretty strong. It's pretty strong right now. So I have to see some reactions here. We are off the 240 SMA as well, so that can act as support. So again, even though I was down like 1,000, since I'm trading 5 contracts, it's not too bad. If I get 1 more successful scalp, I would have made up all my money, plus I'll probably be green. So gotta stick to the plan here. The question is, am I looking for a second entry short again? Depends on price action. Right now, that's a pretty strong bull move, but going right to the resistance. Let's see how it reacts to the 20 EMA. Andre says, if I remember correctly, you're trading for 1 point, right? I'm actually trading for 2 points now. The main reason being is because the risk is typically around 4 points, right? That's a max risk I'll take. So I want my trading to be a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. Otherwise, this is very difficult to climb out of a hole. It's just the candles are too large. So I like to risk, only half, or let's say I like to risk only double my reward. So at any point in time, if I do lose 1 trade, I just need 2 trades to make it back up, which is hopefully what we can see here. Second entry short. Do I want the second entry short here, pandas? Is the question. Hard to say, because we are on a support on the 5-minute chart, right? We're off the 20 EMA on the 5-minute. 2,000 tick, we're also in support on the 240 SMA. But we just came from a super strong move down. It's hard to say. Pandas, let me ask you guys. If we got a second entry short here, would you take it? I'm gonna put a poll up here. You guys can fill it out. I'm hesitant here, but I want to know what you guys think. Signal bar is not the best, right? It's a small risk though. Again, these risks are very small here, but you know, is the context good? Do you like the context here? You can go short looking for a new low on the super strong down move, which makes sense. There's always a probability that this could work. Is it the highest probability? Unsure. The main reason being because I feel like we're on some supports here and we're bouncing off of it, which is the main reason. I don't like to go against, if we bounce up, if we react off of support, I typically don't like to trade short into it because we bounce off it. It could just be a V bottom. I've seen it so many times. It's just too hard to tell for me. But this is a second entry short here. Two-legged pullback back to the 20-MA ABC with a strong bear leg or bear move. Bearish trend. And we'll be trading with trend here. And if we get a good signal bar, it might be very enticing to take this. But I'm just a little worried because we're on supports, multiple support levels, and I don't like to trade into them. But maybe you guys have a different analysis and you guys like to trade it. And if you say yes, put in the chat why you like it. Of course, we have to have the simple rule of being beneath the 20 MA. Once we go way above the 20 MA, the only viable option at that point is a failed second entry short. But this to me will be first break of trend of this downtrend. So I don't know if I'll be interested in that either. The signal bar is again small. You can potentially take this trade if you think we're going to go down more. Second entry short does trigger, and we're slightly above 20 but super small risk, and so some people might say that's worth it. I don't like it because we're above the 20 MA, so I would skip it on the basis of that alone. And some people say, why did you take this L4? And that's a good question. Why did I take the L4? I shouldn't have taken it. We're above the 20 MA. But I felt like my premise was so strong to go short, which ultimately it did. It just happened way later. But yeah, what can you do? Trap trade may trigger here. I'm going to skip the trap trade as well because of the fact that this is first breaker trend. I'm not looking for a long trade here. If anything, I'm still looking for a short trade, but there's no setup for it. Second entry short ends up making a scalp. Amazing. Again, super annoying because we are above the 20 MA. Hard to take that trade. But the risk was so small, it might have been worth it. I mean, I'm skipping that. Just for the basic rules that I have, that just breaks them. So we're down 458. Let's see. How about 35 minutes until try to get one more scalp here. But more than finding getting a scalp in that time range, I need to find a good setup here. That's what's most important. Just watching. I have no setups here. Am I looking for a long trade? Not really. Am I looking for a short trade? Not really. It's just going sideways at this point. We're kind of in this transition period or transition area where, or transition phase where we're in a downtrend and now we're starting to convert to a trading range. Typically, this is the natural progression of things. Trading range, and then the market decides, are we going to continue this downtrend or are we going to reverse? But usually turns the trading range before doing so. Lower high setup. A little confusing. You can say this is a breaker trend new high. We're looking for a short trade now. Possibly. Possibly. The only problem is that we're on supports here. 240 SMA, also the 5-minute 20 EMA. So we're on multiple level support on multiple time frames. Lee says, I'm out too sober for this. Hey, we can change that. Tomorrow, Whiskey Wednesday. By the way, Pandas, hey, I'm down 458, but good thing it's not my money. It's Apex money. If you guys don't know about Apex, it's a prop firm that you can trade 100% risk-free, not risking your own personal capital on your trades. And the way you can get a prop firm, a funded account, is by passing an evaluation. Right now, the evaluations and the Apex rules for evaluations are very fair, very easy. Basically, no restrictions. You just have the trailing threshold. Just make sure you understand the trailing threshold before making any decisions on. Make sure you just know all the rules before making a decision on any prop firm. And right now, the best part is that it is 90% off. 90% off. Let me just tell you how cheap it is to get funded $50,000. If you go and you sign up for Apex for a $50,000 account, that's not even the lowest one. But with a $50,000 account, you can essentially... How much does it cost? It costs $16.70. Pandas. $16.70 to have potentially get funded. Absolutely incredible. $16.70. That is just insane. And so hopefully you guys take advantage of it. There's only 2 days left for it. So I like to personally have a couple of them. Trade a couple or get a couple, cop a couple, and start trading just micros on them until I find like there's a good day for me to really crank it and try to pass them all at once. So I basically just trade micros and just to fill the days up, because you need 7 trading days in order to become P accounts. And by the time that day comes where I feel like there'll be a good move in the market where I can pass my trades or my accounts, that's when I will trade them. And by then, the next day I should be able to get the PA because I've already traded the 7 days up to it. So I like to do that personally. That's my style, and I like to just kind of get them all at once. But it's up to you, and that's with the trade copy. Only made possible with the trade copy, and I think that is the second greatest. But the greatest perk about prop firms is that you trade other people's money. The second greatest thing, but with a higher but with I don't know if it's even the second grade. I'll say just almost as important or just as amazing is the fact you can purchase multiple accounts with a trade copier. That means that you have the potential. I can't tell you the power behind that. The math, just the math alone. Just say you have 4 accounts. 4 accounts. 4 accounts. Very possible 4 accounts. Each account costing $16 to get, and you get 4 accounts. And with those 4 accounts, what you can do is you can find out how much money you can make at the end of the year. So 4 times 250, because there's 250 trading days in a year, and that equals 1,000. So that means you get that number and multiply it by the average you make per day. So let's say you make $100 an average per day. $100. That's 1 scalp a day. If you can make $100 an average per day, that means by the end of the year, you multiply that by 1,000, you can make 6 figures. You can make 6 figures if you make $100 a day with just 4 accounts. And I use the number 100 because typically if you're profitable, that's kind of the amount of money you make per month. Like that's I think an acceptable, like a very acceptable, very tangible goal to make if you can make $100 per day on average. That includes losing days, that includes winning days, doesn't matter. It just includes all days on average. And to make $100 on average per day, I think is very feasible, very feasible. And I would say, and that's just 4 accounts. Imagine having 10 accounts, making $100 per day. That's $250,000 a year. $250,000 a year. That's all I have to really say. I don't know how many of you guys are making more than $250,000 a year, but if you can become consistently profitable with just $100 a day, with 10 accounts, you can make $250,000 just making $100 a day a year. That's life-changing money if it isn't. I mean, I don't know if it is for you, but that's life-changing money for me. That's life-changing money for me. And it really depends on your skills. We do have a trap trade here. Do I like it? I'm going to skip it for the simple fact that I feel like we're going sideways, and I already got bit trading in chop, and I feel like we're in chop again. And we're going in and out of the 20 MA. The only thing that's nice about this is that we're above the 240 SMA, and we're riding above it. This can act as support here. But I feel like we need one more test. We need one more low here because this move was so strong down. I think we want to retest it, and but we'll see. We'll see. Another says also FYP accounts cost $85 a month. That's true. You can also purchase the lifetime for the PA. They have a lifetime for the PA, and that is a one-time payment. So you don't have to pay $85 a month anymore. I believe the lifetime for the 50K account is like $160 or something. So it's just like 2 months worth. If you think your account's gonna last longer than 2 months, then for the 50K account, I think you should purchase that. They're all different for every single one, but yeah, I mean, that's up to you. I don't know how well you guys are, how confident you guys are, but take that in consideration. Oof, this trap, I feel like I'm gonna miss this trade, but it's all good. It's all good, pandas. I'm gonna let it be. I feel like it's just a little too choppy, and if it goes up without me, it goes up without me, and I move on. It's just I don't like the setup. I don't like the setup here. I don't like the setup. I don't like the fact that we're going in and out of the 20 MA like this. I like the reason why I would like to go long is not only because it's a trap, but it's also off the 240 SMA, which makes it feel like you want to go long here. I'm glad I didn't take this trade because if it does reverse here, right? That's not you're disappointed by now. That's not what you want to see. Definitely don't want to see that reversal. I'll be looking to try to come up break even. It's another L4 setup. Yeah, we're basically stuck between the close and the high. We're stuck between this area. I personally think we're gonna keep going up. Daily chart suggests that we have more room to go up. Interesting. It's a triangle. It's definitely a triangle right now. It's a triangle right now. Huh. Another push up. This is a better entry than this trap here. Jeez. Looks like it wants to pop. Looks like it wants to pop up. I could be wrong. It's just too confusing. Way too sideways. I almost want to go short here though, pandas. I almost want to go short here. Jeez, don't copy my trades. Oh, did I just enter that? It's not what I really wanted to do. Okay. Psych, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Calculated. Strong bear bar. Any near low, that's a good sign. Let's go, baby. Oh my goodness. Anyone see that? Couldn't even move my runner. Woo! Let's go, baby. Now I'm green. I am back to green. Stick to the plan, pandas. Stick to the plan. I basically saw this as a triple failure, and then when this happens, just a final like dagger, and made me want to go short. Another last failure. Basically, pandas. You know what that's called? That's called an L4 setup. The same setup I was looking for here. 4 pushes up. Same setup here. 4 pushes up. You can see with the 4 here reverses, and that moves so fast I couldn't even move my runner. And it's all good. It is what it is. I got my bamboo. So we're back green. And remember, pandas, this is with commissions. What you're seeing on the bottom right is with commissions. And so it is truly, I am truly green right now. That's considering commissions. Stick to the plan, stick to the plan. Surprisingly, we are moving. I mean, it's not like the price action is the prettiest, but we are moving. We have some movement here. That was wild. I don't know if you guys saw that move, but that was so sudden. It was so quick. And I recognized this triangle here, and I just felt like we've had so many failed attempts up. You know, at this point, I feel like we need to go down. Also was looking for that new low here, right? We had that first breaker trend. Still looking for that new low. Finally got it. So that's the thing about trolls. You guys should just copy my trades. What did he say earlier? He doesn't even talk anymore. He probably lost all his money. Who knows? That's the thing. You know, people who chat, like, you don't even know what they're doing. They could be trading sim, like, for all that matters. Like, there's just no way you can know. Even for, like, for people who stream, it's really hard to tell. But at least on this channel, you'll see in the top left, like, you can see the rhythmic moving. You know that I'm actually trading here. The people in the pre-market show know how much money I'm making actually on my PA accounts, but at least you guys can see like real trading here. You know it's really happening. You know, like I'm not fake. Like there's no way I can fake any of this. There's no like sure way to know that I'm trading for real. We're up 170. It's not the most, but we're green, and we basically came back from 2 losses. So the nice thing about that was that even though I lost 2 times, with just 2 wins, I'm already green. And the thing is that that's very rare for scalping, because scalping, your risk reward is pretty terrible. And so the fact that I'm able to make my money up with 2 trades is, that means that my risk before was very little, and I thought it was worth it because of how easy, quote unquote, how easy it is to make it up. Basically, I can just make it up with 2 more trades. So I lost 2, won 2, and I'm green. So that's a good sign. It's a good sign. Kelly in the house. Welcome, welcome. Whew. This is interesting. Oliver as Panda, are you a member of Apex Sniper? I am not. I don't know what that is. Interesting. I mean, the daily chart, if we print a bear bar here, I just don't know. I don't know. It looks very bearish. Like right now, like the price action looks very bearish. Like very bearish. What is going on? I would have been in a runner if I was able to manage that runner, but it filled so quickly I couldn't even move it. Let's not be lazy. Let's keep charting this. Basically what happened here was a spike channel, and the channel is breaking down now. Basically an undershoot of this channel. Huh. Interesting. Looking for some symmetry here on the spiking channel, as in undershoot, looking for an overshoot now to touch the 20 EMA around. That's what you're thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Could be a measure move as well. Oops. Basically around the breakout zone. This is what your measure move is. You could also, to be a safer measure move, is look for the highest point of the pullback, which is actually right here. It's not this, it's actually right here. And you're looking for a level around this to bounce off. At least, not bounce off of, but at least target for the measure move. Notice this on pandas. I just saw this 10,000 tick chart. It's actually a second entry short. It's a hidden second entry short, but A, B, C. Second entry short. Technically, it's this up here. A, B, C, inside, inside, and then break down. That's what happened here on the 10,000 tick. This is why we saw such a violent move to the downside. It was a second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. 5-minute chart, annoying, but essentially, this is one leg down, pandas. So frustrating. But you have the price action of a ABC, basically a failure. So A, B, C, fail second entry long, reversal. It's optical, right? It's optical. You can see the movements with the candle bars, how they look like, and so you can see that there was a move up, which means it could be a entry, move back down, and a move back up. You can see with the colors of these candles which way it moved, and so that creates a hidden second entry. Or here in this case, it's a Pikachu trade, but I mean that's a little more advanced counting, but essentially it's A, B, C, fail second entry, a long reversal, so trap trade. But also in here you can see that's a as well A, B, C pattern, so a second entry short. So you got a Pikachu here, have a hidden Pikachu trade essentially on the 5-minute chart. It's very advanced counting, and but it is what it is. So you got the undershoot, and it led to a slight overshoot here, but really I think just a retest of this top of this trend line. No setups for me yet. Second entry short here. A, B, C. Finally kind of doing the undershoot to the overshoot. This undershoot to overshoot could lead to a reversal here. Could quite possibly lead to a reversal. Well, a lot of you guys saying you're going to take the second entry short. Thoughts and prayers to you if you do. I'm uncertain here. Mainly because this looks like an exhaustive bar. The reason I'm saying that is because there's no follow through. Very strong bear bar. It's an undershoot of the channel, and there's no follow through. In fact, we're just kind of in the range of this bar, but it feels like exhaustive, right? It looks exhaustive. The opposite of exhaustive move is like this, where now there's follow through. So this is a strong bear bar, but there's follow through. It's a nice looking second entry short actually in terms of the setup. Good signal bar coming off the 20 MA in a downtrend. So you have a lot of things going for you here, but at the same time I'm just seeing this exhaustive move and also an undershoot leading to an overshoot, and it can lead to a reversal here. It's tricky. It's tricky. But the thing is, it's a small risk. It's a nice looking second entry short in terms of the setup. But boy, oh boy. It's tricky. It really is tricky here. I'm going to sit on my pause just because we're in a downtrend. I just don't feel like going long anywhere. But at the same time, I'm not going to go short here because I recognize this price action. Looks better, right? That's what you want to see. If you're short here, then hopefully this works out. It looks better. It looks good. In fact, you can retest the bottom here, no problem. Completely reasonable to retest the bottom here. But thoughts and prayers to those who are in this trade still. That is not what you want to see. You don't want to see that green. Let's just say I've been there many times. Like, I've been in this situation where I've gone short for instances like this. And when I see this green bar like this, it's not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling, I'll just say that much. Definitely not a good feeling now. Your body gets stopped out. I mean, your risk is very teeny. It's not even 2 point. It's basically 2-point risk. Going for a 1-to-1 there. And, you know, if you lose it, you lose it. You move on. Would you take the trap trade here is a question. 10% of you guys saying you take the trap. You may be right. It may be good to take the trap. Thinking of this undershoot, exhaustive move. Usually after exhaustive moves, there are reversals. That's the idea of being exhaustive, right? It's tired of going that one direction. But just sitting on my pause, way too much overlap. 4 overlapping bars in a row. You can see that this is basically making a ledge here at this point. And see what happens here. Rosales says, I'll take the trap of the failure. He's going to take a trap. So if this trap triggers, which it did, so you just lost your trade. This trap triggers, he's going to take the trap if this fails. He wants to take the trap of the trap. He's going to trap the trap traders. The reason why I'm not reversing this trade here or going long here is because I think we're in a downtrend still. So I'm just not going to go. I'm not going to go long when I think we're in a downtrend. One reason being is because we have not yet hit our measured move, this pink line. We have a measured move here that we're trying to get, and I think a lot of traders are seeing it. Strong bull bar on that reversal, that entry bar, but let's see if we have follow through here. It looks strong, looks very strong now, mainly because there's a little gap right here. This gap from the high here and the low here. So this could be actually a strong move, very strong move up. If that stays there, that gap stays there. Okay, gap is gone. Just gets filled. People might just reload it up there. You can see here the gap fills, bounces off that gap. So people are waiting here with limit orders to get filled, and they are happy they got filled, and see if they get their scalp. Scalp, I think, just made right there if you got filled here. You can see with the price action that this is a decent move right now. Decent move up. That there's some bulls here. You can see by the test where it comes down, you can see where it stops by the price action. It stops where these 4 candles ended up, and it stops there to get filled. So you can see that people had entered long here, and this is why we're seeing a strong move up. So congrats to those who did the trap to go long. To me, it's just too confusing, and I just felt like we're still in a downtrend, and yeah, I can't go long if I think we're in a downtrend. Simple as that. no setup here for me. I don't think we're gonna get a setup before the stream ends here. I don't think we're gonna get set up here. I don't know. It's moving so slow. It's moving so slow now. Alright, Pandas. I think that's it. Tomorrow, Whiskey Wednesday. I'll see you guys there, and hopefully you guys stick to the plan and trade safe. And yeah, with that being said, Pandas, it's a pleasure. We stuck to the plan. Let me go over my trades here. This is a good way to end the stream. Just a quick review. At the opening, we basically had this push down, and I thought, you know, we have one more leg down, at least to test the low. So I started taking entries to get to this low. I took the lower high, second entry, thinking that was a better entry than this second entry short. And, you know, that actually reversed and stopped me out for about 2 points. And then I attempted again on the L4. This L4 is above the 20 MA, which was a mistake. I should not have done it, and eventually got stopped out there. But both trades pretty small risk, so okay, I thought it was worth it. Thinking for that new low. Now we got pushed down, and now we got a second entry short here, which is what I ended up taking. And A, B, C, and I took it mainly because we were off this trend line. We make from this pivot to this pivot, that we're able to make a trend line here, and I was able to capitalize on a short with a nice signal bar. Ended up scalping and then small runner to fill the gap on the 5-minute chart. So that was a good trade. You know, it's a little risky maybe because, you know, you have a breaker trend and then new lows created, and typically you look for reversal. I guess for me, the reason why I felt more confident to take this trade was because the 10,000 tick chart had a strong bear bar. The strong bear bar made it, so I felt like there was continuation, and that's exactly what happened. And so that kind of gave me some evidence of maybe wanting to go short here. I also waited a while, and I took the short here after 1, 2, 3 failures, and actually 4 failures up, which is what we also call a L4 setup. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pushes up, all fails, and that reverses in this triangle and continues downtrend. So, nice move there, and got the scalp plus a small runner. So swung the runner here. So Pandas. With that being said, we're up 170 today, and at the end, green is green, and I'll take it. So Pandas. See you guys brighter tomorrow. As always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.